Hi, I'm Fig. Welcome to my studio. Today, I'm making a pendant. It's going to be a fossil pendant. So I've gathered up all this glass on the end of this rod here, and I started adding glass powders to it to give it the colors of a rock. So I have all these gray powders. I just roll it in the powder, and I melt it on. And I've already done a lot of that just to make this video a little less boring. But now I'm going to take it the rest of the way. I'm very interested in the way the glass could mimic other materials like rock. So I'm making this rock, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to shape this into more of a disc shape, which then I'm going to pick up these bones that I made to make a fossil on it. And then when I'm all done and it's cooled off, I'll acid wash everything and make it really look stone-like. So right now I'm going to have an assistant warm up the graphite plate to put the drawing on. I have the drawing, the skull actually. I'm going to do a skull and crossbones. It's in the oven. I also pre-made that because that's a whole other video right there. And it's ready to go, but in the meantime I'm going to show you, you saw I was putting powders on this. I don't know if that's out of the screen or not, but I put all the powders on, and honestly I have enough powder. So what I'm going to do now is get this rip snorting hot and change the shape, and then once the shape is correct for my pendant, I'm going to bust out the skull, and we'll pick up the skull, and then I'll be able to finish the pendant off. So I know it's hard for you to see. All you're seeing is a bright flash of light there, but this is starting to really glow nice and orange, and the brighter it glows, the softer and gooier the glass gets, and the more I'm going to be able to squish it. So I have this block of graphite right here, and I broke it so it's all chewed up on the end, like broken. So it's going to give me the effect of kind of stone texture. And I like that. I don't know if you could see it, but I hope that's the plan. Is right here. I put it there and smush it down. There we go. Nice big disc. You can put different grooves and stuff in that side. And that's what I'm going to pick it up on. This will be the back side, that'll be the front side. I'll get it really hot. And what we're going to do next is I'm going to pull the chunk of glass out of the oven, and I'm going to place it over here where they're warming that up and getting it warm for me. And then they will, my assistant will take a picture, a close-up of the, I'm sorry? You're telling me not to say, or I said something bad?
It's fine, you're good.
Well, sorry if I said something weird or cringeworthy.
You don't have to explain all this.
Okay. Well, now it's time to get this. I've warmed up the tweezers, so I don't grab the skull with the ice cold tweezers and crack it. I almost dropped it. Put it in the flame so it doesn't shatter. And I'm going to put it face down. You can see it's a skull. Go ahead and heat that right now. Warm it. Warm it. While they warm it up for me, I'm going to a crossbone. Just keeping it warm. Set up the crossbones here. This crossbone, you can't see it, but it kind of it works. It works. It's broken a little bit for me, but all together then. And if you could keep warming that up for me. Actually, I'll warm it up while you give a close-up shot of what's going on for the camera to see. While I warm that up. that's the back side of the skull. It looks skullish, but if you pan over, you can see I'm eating up the very bottom of the disc where I'm going to pick up the skull. Oh, I just realized I'm going to pick it up upside down. I don't know. I'm going to try something. I don't want to touch that because it's hot, so I'm going to use tweezers to flip it around. So when I pick it up, the face is pointing downwards. Keep heating it. The hotter it is, the less likely it's going to crack on me, but I also need to get the back of this pendant where I'm going to pick it up really soupy hot. So it should be glowing a really bright orange. Skull and the crossbones are getting a nice little glow to them. So I'm going to shut this torch off because I need to get access to this. And here goes everything. Looking hot. And here we go. Press down on it, make sure it sticks. Oh, look at that. Okay, so now that my fossil is in there, I have these broken up bricks. And with the broken bricks, I'm going to just gently make sure everything is seated well, and I'm going to texture the entire surface. I'll put a loop on this and put it in the oven to cool down overnight. And this is going to be a really good pendant. I really like the colors. I got the really nice gray colors on this. And then once it's cold, I'm going to take some acid, which will abrade the surface and take the shininess away. And that'll make it look more rock-like. First I got to touch every square inch with this broken brick. And that's going to give it more of a bricky surface. Sometimes I really